Hi there, I am Ellen Okron and this is GSN 24 Live Sports News. Coming up in our headlines for today, Mohammed Kudus misses late penalty as Niger stunned Ghana in Accra. Home-based players make strong case despite AFCON qualifiers collapse. Reviving youth national team should be the starting point in fixing Ghana football, Charles Akono. Otuado apologizes to Ghanaians after Black Stars AFCON qualification failure. Was 2-4 say to 2. Anthony Jemafre tee of 89th Ghana Open Championship. We are still searching for that player. Egovon blames Super Eagles' loss on insufficient quality. South Africa Olympic medalist Bayana Walaza doesn't see U.S. college experience as a must. Now onto our stories in detail. West Ham midfielder Mohammed Kudus missed the last gasp penalty as the Black Stars suffered a 2-1 defeat to Niger in their final 2025 Africa Cup of Nations qualifier at the Accra Sports Stadium. The loss capped off a disastrous campaign for Ghana, who finished bottom of Group F without a single victory. Ghana's struggles were evident throughout the qualifiers, managing only 3 goals in 6 matches. Group F was topped by Angola and Kwesi Sudan, both securing qualification for the AFCON in Morocco. The match saw 3 Black Stars debutants, Nathaniel Ejay, Terry Yegbe and Isaac Afo start, while 17-year-old Jerry Efriye made an impactful debut off the bench. Efriye, playing for 30th side Toth FC, scored a fine goal in the 67th minute to cancel out Niger's opener from Osaina Badamasi. Despite Efriye's strikes raising hopes of a turnaround, Niger snatched victory in added time through Omar Sako, who headed home after being left unmarked. Kudus earned Ghana a penalty deep into stoppage time but failed to convert, with the Niger goalkeeper Mahamadou Tanja pulling off a brilliant save. This defeat marks the end of a grim AFCON qualifying campaign for Ghana as question looms over the team's leadership and directions ahead of the future competitions. More on the Black Stars. In recent times, players plying their trade in the local scene barely get invitation to the senior national soccer team, the Black Stars, sparking serious concerns among football fanatics in Ghana. But Coach Otuado's decision to include home-based players in his recent squad appears to have paid off following their strong performance in the recently concluded 2025 Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers. Initially, the Black Stars statistician named 3 local players in the squad for the Angola and Niger games, namely Emmanuel Entry of Kotoko, Razak Simpson of Nations FC and Isaac Afo of Samates. However, the withdrawal of key players like Jordan Ayew, Fatawi Shahaku, Gideon Mensah and Ali Dusaidi for the Niger clash forced Otuado to hand further invitation to 3 home-based players for the final round qualifiers against Niger. Midiama right back Kamaradin Mahamadou, Ebenezer Aban of Hearts of Lions and youngster Jerry Efriye were all drafted into the team and subsequently made their debut for the country. Aside Emmanuel Entry, all other local players featured for the national team. Before the Niger game, Razak Simpson had impressed for the Black Stars in their 1-1 draw against Angola in Luanda. In the final round of games, Simpson as well as Isaac Afo were handed starting roles and they delivered. Other players like Kamaradi Mahamadou, Ebenezer Aban and Jerry Efriye made substitute appearance as Ghana succumbed to a 2-1 defeat at the Accra Sports Stadium. Despite the defeat, the home-based players made a strong case for themselves, delivering a top-class performance for the Black Stars. Youngster Jerry Efriye grabbed a consolation goal for the Black Stars after being introduced in the second half of the much-anticipated game. Having proven their wealth, the Black Stars technical team are expected to bank their hopes in players playing their trade in the local scenes for subsequent games. The Black Stars will now miss out on the AFCON tournament for the first time in 20 years. The last time Ghana failed to qualify for the CAF's biggest event was back in 2004. The 4-time AFCON champions will return for the continuation of the World Cup qualifiers in March of 2026. Former Ghana head coach Charles Akono has urged the leaders of Ghana football to prioritize fixing the youth national teams following the Black Stars' failure to qualify for the 2025 AFCON. This is the first time in 20 years that the four-time African champions will miss the tournament, with the last missed edition being in 2004. Many have pointed to various issues as the cause of the decline in Ghana football, but Akuno, who was in charge of the team for 21 months between 2019 and 2021, believes the youth national teams are the main issue. Quote, "We need to look at our youth football. If we do not do it now, we are already late," the former Ghana captain told Joy FM. "We have to look at our under-17, under-20, the local Black Stars, and then the senior national team. If we do not start to really strategize how to go about it, we will continue to talk about it. The decline of Ghana football like the way we are talking now. Where did our Samuel Jans, the Stephen Apias and the Laie Kingstons, the best generation we have had, come from?" Unquote. Ghana wrapped up the qualifiers with a 2-1 home defeat to Niger on Monday. Still on the Black Stars head coach Otto Addo has issued a heartfelt apology to Ghanaians following the national team's disastrous campaign in the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers. Ghana's 2-1 loss to Niger at the Accra Sports Stadium on Monday sealed their fate, marking the first time in 20 years the Black Stars have failed to qualify for the tournament. Quote, "I am ready to apologize. I am so sorry that we did not do well and qualify. I am sorry because I know how it feels and how Ghanaians are hurt. I am so sorry," Addo said during a post-match press conference. Despite the apology, Addo firmly rejected calls for his resignation, insisting he remains committed to leading the team. Otto Addo's position as head coach remains under intense scrutiny, with the nations demanding accountability and a clear plan to restore Ghana's footballing dominance. Now on to some golf. The lush greens of the Royal Golf Club in Kumasi came alive as the 89th Ghana Open Championship unfolded with pomp and grandeur. Organized by the Ghana Golf Association under the auspices of Asantehene Otumfuo Osei-Tutu II, the event, which commenced on November 13th and concluded on November 16, 2024, also marked the 25th Silver Jubilee of Otumfuo's reign as the 16th occupant of the Golden Stool. Among the notable figures who graced the championship was Anthony Jemafe, founder and CEO of Kaufman Watches, who was invited as a special guest and sponsor. Known for his innovative approach to watchmaking, Mr. Jemafe joined Asantehene Otumfuo Osei-Tutu, president of the Ghana Golf Association Leonard Kweku, and other dignitaries for the ceremonial tee-off, marking the official start of the competition. The championship brought together approximately 250 golfers from Ghana and across Africa, with participants hailing from countries such as Nigeria, Zimbabwe, and the United States. The competition featured thrilling displays of skills across various categories, showcasing the talents of both amateur and professional golfers. Speaking after his participation, Mr. Jemafe expressed profound gratitude for the royal invitation, calling it a significant honor. In Nigeria, Super Eagles interim coach Augustine Eguavoen has blamed his team's goal-scoring struggles on their lack of creativity in midfield. Nigeria suffered their first loss against Rwanda with Eguavoen as coach on Monday. Recall that the Super Eagles already sealed qualification for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations after a 1-1 draw against Benin last Thursday. So Eguavoen gave other players a rare opportunity to start against Rwanda on Monday. He made 7 changes to the side that started the previous game against Benin. Nonetheless, Nigeria were still the overwhelming favorites to claim the win due to their quality on paper. The Super Eagles dominated the first half, but they had lacked just the cutting edge as they failed to create clear-cut chances in the final third. Chukwueze, who started from the bench, got into the game in the second half and he scored the vital opener for Nigeria. However, the team fell apart 10 minutes later as Rwanda scored twice in 3 minutes to take a 2-1 lead. After going down, the Super Eagles failed to inspire confidence with their play as they struggled to strengthen the Rwandan backline. It eventually ended 2-1 to the Amovabi as they claimed their first ever win over Nigeria. After the game, coach Eguavoen expressed disappointment at the loss, but he stated that the absence of a creative player was a major factor that contributed to their loss. The lack of creativity in Nigeria's midfield has been an issue for years. They will be looking to improve when the World Cup qualifiers resume next year. On our final story, and in South Africa, a new generation of South African sprint stars has emerged since the Paris Olympics, with Bayana Walaza and Ude Miukun among the leading names, and these teams are eschewing offers from US colleges to stay home for university. Walaza, who won silver at the Olympics 4x100 meters alongside his idol, Akani Sambini, stunned the athletics world when he chose the University of Pretoria rather than opting to study abroad. Quote, "There were opportunities from outside South Africa. There were a lot of US colleges that came up to me and said, it would be a good opportunity for you to come this side." Walaza, now 18 and finishing high school, told ESPN. "There were a lot of them, but I came up with a decision that I would stay here in South Africa. South Africa has all the equipment that we need for people to be fast. We have fast people here. Even Akani Sambini, the best sprinter that we have in South Africa, never went to the USA," unquote. After his Olympic silver, Walaza went on to win gold in the 100 meters, 200 meters at the World Athletics Under-20 Championships in Lima, Peru. Their compatriot Ude Miukun won gold in the 400 meters. This is all I have for you for now. Do like and subscribe. I'll be back with more.